Hi guys, welcome to Jamaica Properties. Welcome, my new subscribers. Trust me, you won't regret subscribing to this YouTube channel. This channel, you'll be able to see beautiful properties all over Jamaica and a lot of learning materials as well. Guys, I have a little surprise for you, but I want to shout out to my day one subscribers. Big up on yourself. Thank you for riding with me from day one and never leaving me. Thank you guys for the support. For those of you who knew me 4 years ago, before I decided to go into real estate fully as a realtor, a licensed professional in Jamaica, I just want to say thank you guys for the motivation, for the motivational words. A lot of you sent me emails, a lot of you giving me properties, opportunities. I just want to say thank you and continue to support, and I will continue to give you great content. But guys, a lot has been happening, a lot of good things. Your girl got Rookie of the Year for 2024. Look at that. Guys, look at that. Rookie of the Year. But guys, Rookie of the Year from Keller Williams, Jamaica 2024. And guys, this is for all of you who have been rocking with me, motivating me, being my ride or die from day one. This is for you, and I just want to say thank you so much for the support, and we have a lot more work to do, a lot more supporting to do, a lot more content that I have to give you all. And guys, remember to share my video, to share my channel with your friends and family. Anybody that that is looking properties to buy or rent, or if you know anybody that have their property that they want to sell, and they want a reliable realtor, then you can share my information with them. Thank you so much. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hey guys, so today we're gonna do it a little bit different. I have some properties that are coming up to vlog, but they are not quite ready as yet. So we're gonna do something different today. So we're gonna talk about NHT. I know that a lot of you are excited about the changes that NHT brought in effect July 1st, and I wanted to touch base on just some of the things, and also a lot of the things that I was talking about on my TikTok regarding how to get your pre-approval letter, the requirements. So guys, if you're not following me on TikTok, it's Jamaica Properties, and it's on Instagram, it's Jamaica_properties on Instagram. So follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram page and my Facebook, Jamaica Properties, right throughout the board. The only thing that is different is the Instagram, which it is Jamaica_properties. Okay, so we want to talk about the increase. So for individuals, the rate for you to get a loan from NHT was previously at 7.5 million. Now individuals can now get a loan up to 9 million Jamaican dollars, right? So 9 million Jamaican dollars is the increased amount. Co-applicants, 2 people, they can now get up to 17 million. It used to be 15. Now you can get up to 17 million Jamaican dollars. I know that a lot of you are saying that the housing market is daunting, but I want to say this as a professional, and what I've been seeing, that a lot of people are more open to a set particular place that they want to live. And guys, I want to say this: if you're searching for a property, and this is especially if it's your first property may not be your forever property, right? So sometimes we have to start somewhere. Sometimes you don't want to live, you want to live in the city, but the city, the housing market in the city might be more expensive. So you might want to be more further away from the city. You might find something that is more reasonable or more affordable. So I'm saying this to say that widen your search, especially in this market. You have to widen your search. If you know that you, especially for those of you who work remotely, you can live anywhere on the island. You can live in St. James, you can live in Kingston, you can live in St. Catherine, anywhere you want to live, especially if you work remotely, right? For those of you who live in Montego Bay, St. James area, you can live in Hanover, you can live in Trelawney. You don't have to buy a property in Montego Bay. So what I'm saying is widen your search, open, be a little bit more open-minded when you're searching for a property, especially when you realize that the market is what it is right now. All right, so that is just a note for you to take. Okay, so back to NHT loans and being a contributor. So for 3 applicants, so you have individual, you have co-applicants, and then you have 3 people that can apply. 3 people can now apply for an NHT loan and get up to 23 million Jamaican dollars, but you have to be related. That is the condition. The 3 people have to be related. For the co-applicants, which is the 2, where you can get 17 million Jamaican, it can be any 2 people coming together once you are eligible and you present all the documents, meaning your NIS, your TRN, 3 months current payslip, and you have to be employed for at least a year and contributing for at least a year, right? You will also need a contribution income or contribution letter that you will ask your job HR department to get in order for you to go into NHT, present with your TRN, your pay slips, your ID, in order for them to tell you how much you're qualified to get. Okay, so I just wanted to touch base with that. And just to complete the topic that I was speaking of on TikTok, we were talking about the process in getting how to get your pre-approval letter from NHT. As an individual, now I want to touch base for persons who are entrepreneurs, people who run their own business. They're not employed by an entity, but they're self-employed. And for my people who are overseas working and you want to buy a property in Jamaica, you want to utilize your NHT, this information is for you. Okay, so for all self-employed persons, you would need to go to the customer service department in the NHT office, and you cannot get a loan online. You have to go in. You have to go into the NHT office to submit your documents, and you cannot get a loan through NHT online. All right, if you're overseas, you either have to go in person, or you would have to get a power of attorney to represent you and to get the process done for you. So if it's a case that you work long hours and you're not able to book a flight to come to Jamaica, then you would have to appoint a power of attorney to assist you in the process. And of course, you can, maybe you can ask a lawyer to do that for you, somebody that you trust and know that will get the process done properly for you. All right? You must be contributing to NHT. So for those of you who are living in the States and you want to benefit from NHT, I am not quite sure how many years they would ask you to pay up. I don't know if it's more than a year. That information I do not know, but you can still benefit from NHT, because once you book a flight, come to Jamaica, and you present all of these documents, then the customer service representative should be able to tell you, okay, you need to pay X amount for these amount of years so that will be you contributing for those years that you've missed, or for those allotted years that they would say that you would be eligible for in order to get a loan. So you're not, it's not daunting for you at this point. You are able to benefit from NHT. You just have to pay up for those period of time that would make you eligible to get the loan. All right? Self-employed persons, you would have to go to the tax office to get a SO4 from the tax office in order for you to present to NHT. So let me tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you're self-employed, NHT normally asks you for 3 current pay slips. Once you are self-employed, then NHT would ask you for your SO4, and that is a document that you would get from the tax office to present to NHT so that they can do their checks to see if you are eligible to get a loan from NHT. So if you are self-employed, you would need a SO4 from the tax office. If you are employed by a corporation or a company, then you would need 3 months pay slips. Everybody together, the self-employed and the employed person would need to also present your ID, TRN, right? For the employed person, they would then need to get their contribution letter and income letter. Sometimes your job will do it as 2 separate letters, or some company do it as 1 letter. Once you ask for your SO4, if you're self-employed and you go to the tax office and you ask them for your SO4, then they will provide a certificate of contribution. So the certificate of contribution, it is similar to your pay slips. Remember, when you look on your pay slip, you see your education tax contribution, your NIS contribution, and your NHT contribution. So the certificate of contribution on that SO4 that you will ask tax office for they will present that certificate of contribution, and that will show the same information as shown on a payslip. All right, guys, so I hope this helps. And if you have any questions or any other information that you may want to know about NHT, I have so many information to tell you guys. NHT have so many things that we can benefit from, and I would implore every Jamaican to take this opportunity. I don't care how much the property is valued. If you're contributing to NHT, please benefit from it. Even if the property is $100 million property, get as much you can get from NHT because you're contributing. So I believe the fact that you're contributing, it is being deducted out of your salary. We need to utilize it because it's there for us. And NHT gives the lowest interest rates. That's another thing that we need to look into as well. They give the lowest interest rate. I understand that it is frustrating sometimes when you see the housing market and you're saying the loans are not enough for the houses nowadays, but it helps. It helps. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in another episode of Jamaica Properties. And guys, if you have your friend, your neighbors, homeowners, especially, I know that a lot of homeowners watch my channel. For those of you who are giving me all of these views on YouTube TV, yes, you. For those of you who watch me on YouTube TV, big up on a nice clean self. And my homeowners, if you have any properties that you're looking to sell or rent and you're looking for a reliable realtor, please call the number on your screen or send me an email and I'll be more than happy to assist you. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will continue to help you invest in your dreams. Thank you all, and you stay blessed.